Hi, I'm Cheryl, and today we're going to cover the basic steps for planting container-grown trees and shrubs. Today we're going to be planting this Nandina firepower. So a few of the basic things that we're going to need for this project are going to be our spade, of course water, and some shredded bark mulch. You can use either shredded bark mulch or aged manure mix or aged compost mix. And of course our trusty gloves. So let's get started.
Set the container where you want the plant to grow in your landscape. With your spade, mark around the outside of the pot. Move the pot to the side and dig a hole that will be large enough to hold the container. If you have clay soil, dig the hole just a few inches wider and deeper.
As you're digging your hole, you're going to want to make sure that your plant sits just a little bit above the ground level. So we're going to be measuring this.
As you're measuring, you may need to adjust the level of the hole. Do this by adding or removing the soil as necessary so that the plant just sits slightly above the ground level.
Now, as we're getting ready to pop it out, sometimes they pop out, sometimes they take a little more effort. So here's what we're going to do. Just lightly tap it. I'm not beating the plant. Now, it's got a good root system. The roots don't look to be tangled, so we're good on that. So all we're going to do is we're just going to kind of loosen up the root system here. Take our tags out. Now we're going to start pulling up this. We've got some good rich soil. And as you can see, it's still sitting just a little bit above the ground level. That's what we want. We're going to pull the soil up. We're going to leave a little bit of a welled area around it so that it's semi-mounded.
This will be used to direct water to the plant as well as air circulation.
Now, let's position the plant before we get everything tapped in really good.
Position your plant with its best side or most interesting feature facing outside the garden or the landscape. It's okay to take a step back before making that final decision.
Okay, now we're going to put a little bit of this mulch, which is aged compost mix, around the base of our plant. We're not going to need much, just enough to kind of lightly go over where we left a little bit above the ground level. Press down firmly. Now, we're going to water it in. As you can see how the water goes right to the plant. Just kind of let it sit, let the water go down, soak into the ground. It's going to settle the soil and get the air pockets out. Okay, now we can see where the water settled, the soil here, big air pocket. That's something we certainly don't want for a plant. So we're going to add a little bit more.
Aged manure or aged compost mix is easier to work with than shredded bark mulch. It decomposes much easier into the ground, helping to build richer, healthier soil, which means the plants not only grow faster, but require less fertilizer.
Now let's do it one more time, and this should work really good. We shouldn't have a whole lot of air pockets after this. Now that we've got the plant watered in correctly, we've reduced the air bubbles, we have our second layer of mulching around, it's all settled in. We're just going to tidy up the plant a little bit.
A pair of garden clippers or kitchen shears work perfectly for perennials or small shrubs. Clip off any bare or damaged branches as well as unsightly leaves. This is also a good time to give the plant a little shaping. If the plant needs more serious pruning, do that in late winter to early spring.
I'm Cheryl Jones, co-owner of GreenwoodNursery.com, and it's been a pleasure planting with you today.